Hey there, everybody. This is Don Evans for WatchReport.com, and today we're going to be taking a first look at the Xanto 4100 series. Xanto is a newer brand, came out in about just the past year. It is a brand that is owned by the founder and owner of Luminox watches, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. This line of watches so far is more of a fashion-orientated watch brand. Quartz movements, mineral crystals, but don't let that sway you. That was something, you get that in your head and you think, the watch isn't probably that great. And I had the same opinion, if I'm being honest. But when I got it in hand, there's a lot of small details and a lot of nice touches that they're doing to this. The retail price on this is $350 USD. It is a 45.5 millimeter case. It has 24 millimeter lugs. It is a Japanese quartz chronograph movement, and it does have a mineral crystal. But some of the nice touches on this. Now, one thing you're going to notice right up front is you think it's a bronze or brass case. That is not what it is. It is stainless steel, and then it has a plating on it, which gives it that distressed or patina bronze or brass look. And I'll get to that in a minute. But some of the nice features about this are, one, the sandwich dial. And as you can see with the sandwich dial, it has dual lume applied to it. You have vintage lume and you have C3 lume dot markers. So that was a nice touch. It is a screw down crown, which is something that you don't normally see on a fashion style watch. And the crown really screws down pretty smoothly and easily with like no effort, but it locks nicely in place. And one thing I did notice while running the chronograph is when I stop it and I depress on this again, there's really no feedback when you depress on it. There's no feedback at all whatsoever. There is on the reset one, but not on this one, so just keep that in mind. Now, I have no idea what the inspiration offhand for the chronograph pushers are. First thing I thought of was salt and pepper shakers. You do have a nice signed crown. Your stainless steel case back that is etched with your normal stuff, the series and the crystal Japanese quartz movement. The strap, as I said, is 24 millimeters. It is a nice, I want to call it elephant gray with some unique stitching there. Very comfortable strap. The back of it is a nice black leather. The buckle is not your run-of-the-mill buckle. It's not just your regular thumbnail buckle. I like that. It's also done to match the case in that same finish, and it is signed as well. Now, I particularly like this one because I'm a fan of the vintage style or the cushion style cases with the hidden lugs like this. And what intrigued me about it was I'm one of those people that can't wear bronze or brass due to the skin reaction. It turns my skin green and whatever. So really just not the ideal watch for me. Even the ones, most of them have stainless steel or titanium case backs and crowns, and it still doesn't matter, the cases and the buckle of the watch resting against my skin. So just those aren't for me, but it's nice to have that look. I primarily wear stainless steel or DLC, but it's nice to have that look of that brass or the bronze. And another thing I like about the coating versus this being real brass or bronze is when you get brass or bronze, it's usually very goldish or copperish in color, depending on the makeup of the metal. And this one already has that patinaed finish to it. So it has that aged look about it. If I'm being honest, I'm not really sure. When you say fashion-orientated brand, it's not a dive watch. It's not a... I would, classify this one as a casual sport. but it's not a dive watch. It's not a pilot watch, etc. It has a tachymeter bezel on it. It does have a screw down crown on it. But overall, I really do. I like the look of this. This is the nice box that this comes in. Okay, we'll open it up here. It's a pretty nice presentation box for a watch like this. Let me take this behind the camera here for a minute. I will put it on the wrist real quick, and we will show you a wrist shot. Put the box out of the way. And there it is on my 7.5-inch wrist. You can see it lays nice and flat on the wrist. I haven't measured the lug-to-lug yet as of this video. As always, go to the link in the description. Take it to watchreport.com. You'll see my full updated review. I want to say, if it's more than 50 millimeters, I'd be surprised. So, while it is a wider case at 45.5 millimeters, it has a very nice short lug-to-lug due to the hidden lug case here. You can see that the crystal is slightly domed. Now that's something that only bothers me personally, just because I'm not particularly rough on my watches. I try and be careful with them, but I'm not as super cautious with my watches either. I'm you're getting in and out of the car, you're coming in the house with your groceries or whatever, you're banging into the doors, doing whatever. So if I'm gonna have a mineral crystal, I usually prefer it to be flat, just so there's less surface area there to bang into things. But that's a minute point for something like this, especially a watch. I mean, its retail is $350, and I'm sure you could probably find it cheaper at certain places like Amazon.com or something like that. So overall, I think it's a pretty good value. Definitely check out the review on watchreport.com. You'll see the Lume shots and everything else. Lume was actually very impressive on this, and the vintage Lume actually glows just as good as the C3 Lume on here. It glows a nice green color. So I was impressed with that. Overall, it wears very nice on the wrist, I think. And I'll have my updated thoughts and comments in the full review. Thank you for checking out our video. Make sure to subscribe to watchreport.com here on YouTube. Leave a like or a comment, and I'll be coming at you with another video soon. Thank you.